Hi, Tom here at Our Pastime. I'm back in front of the Husqvarna 27-inch snowblower once again. I made a video a little while ago, a couple years ago, and that's pretty detailed as far as what you need to do for winter prep before you use the snowblower, what you can do to lubricate and check all the little things that need to be greased, the wheels, the gears. Went through all that pretty detailed, in pretty good detail. But since that time, I have a new problem that's come up. It has to do with the primer pump on the carburetor. It's not priming. The little thing that you press does not do anything, and no, it doesn't prime the carburetor. So what I end up doing is running, it's an electric start, so I end up running the pressing the start button for about a minute, sometimes a minute, 20 seconds or so, and it will finally kick over. But it's pre-season, it's not quite winter yet, so I thought maybe it would be a good time to investigate and see what's going on, which means I need to take the cowling off the top of the snowblower, and I thought I'd bring you along and see if I can fix this little non-priming issue. So let's dig in and see what we can find. What's going on is this little primer here. See if you can see. When I press that, there's no pressure. No pressure builds up, or doesn't put gas in the carburetor to prime the carburetor. So I need to get in to see what's going on with the carburetor. I'm hoping it's something simple, and maybe you're having the same issue, and we can solve this issue together. Got to take these off. And there's one here, and I believe, yep, there's one there. We didn't need that cover anyway. Hey, and we'll look at the spark plug too and see what's going on. I had a subscriber ask what type of spark plug they should use, so we'll take that off and answer that question as we're getting into this. So let's take off the cowling. You don't want to lose those. Doesn't really look like you can substitute these. One. Two. Next one is right here. Oh, this bolt looks even more interesting. Let's see, is that it? There we go. And those bolts I'm just going to leave in there. They're kind of specific. You don't want to lose those because they're kind of unique. All right, we'll set this out of the way. All right, now we need to take this off, I believe, to get into what's going on behind here. I'm already missing a bolt or a nut there. That must have come off at some point. Bet I have another one to put there somewhere. All right, now we need a Phillips screwdriver to take that off. Just happen to have one up above you. Bring that down. All right. Uh-oh, that went flying. Oh, let's see what's going on over here. One more little connection right there. That needs to come off. That. And that, oh, can't really see, but it goes around the oil filler neck too. Another Phillips. Alright. Alright, this needs to, let's take the key out. Just to get it out of the way. The key. Just a piece of plastic. Alright, let's see if we can pry off this. There we go. Now we can slide this cover right off. Set it down. Oh, who's that? Our new little kitty cat. CB for Crybaby. CB. And she's going to lose the knob. Alright. Oh, thanks. Thank you. She brought it back to me. She's a retriever. Alright. So what we need to do, I believe, here's the primer. And that's where the primer pump goes. So it looks like this may be my problem. There's hose where the primer pump goes, and there's hose in my hand. So this right here is where this hose was supposed to go. But it has broken off. So I need to slice that part off and push, to probably just be able to push that right on. So let's give that a try before the battery runs out. Alright, I'll just slice that old hose off. There we go. The old hose is coming off. Old deteriorated hose. Let's just see. I'm gonna cut off part of that because it seems not to be, seems like the hole might be right there. So we'll cut off a piece. Let's do this. Wire cutters. Alright, let's see. Oh, did you hear that? I think that was the problem. So we put the hose back in here into the carburetor. It was broken off. This is the primer the hose that runs from the primer button up here, and I just, if you heard that little sound, that was me pushing here. Now let's see if we get that noise again. Oh, and I just saw gas come out here, down here. Not sure if you caught that or not. Watch right here. See my fingers wet? The prime is now working. You see the drips? That means the carburetor is now primed, and we fixed the problem. This hose must have had a hole in it right where it connects into the carburetor, and all I did was cut off a piece. Well, it was broken off when I looked in on it, when we took the cowling off, and so we cut off the part that was still stuck on and cut back the hose just a little bit, and then stuck it on where it's supposed to stick on, and now it's working again. It seems to be priming. That kind of a spark plug. That kind of a socket. Long extension so I don't scrape my fingers on anything. Alright, let's see. This is a Champion RJ19LM. I'll leave a link or a description down below what that is, in case you just want to look refer back to that. Well, looks like it's burning pretty well. Nice light color, no darkness, no fouling. We'll check the gap on that on my pegboard that has everything. Let's see, the pegboard that has everything. We're gapped at 30, which I believe is what we want to be gapped at. So we'll leave it right there. It's clean. I haven't taken the spark plug out, I don't think, for 2 years. So, of course, we haven't had the winters we usually get. Probably only ran maybe 2 tanks of gas through it, 2 or 3 the last 2 winters. It's been pretty light duty for this thing. Spark plug passes. That much tight. Alright, what we're going to do is change the oil in this, put everything back together, change the oil. Gas still smells pretty good for sitting there for a year. I use ethanol-free gasoline. I noticed the difference in starting the small engines on non-ethanol fuel. They seem to fire up a lot better, a lot easier too. So let's put everything back together. It has snowed like crazy overnight this past night, and I need to get everything back together so I can blow out the end of the driveway. It's heavy, heavy, heavy snow, and this thing actually blows heavy snow well. One of the only snow blowers I've ever had that doesn't seem to mind heavy snow. So rather than shovel, I'm going to put this back together real quick, get out there and shovel the end of the driveway. And I think I'll show if this starts better than it has. I'm not sure if it will. I'm going to try to pull it without do a manual start rather than an electric start. So let's see how everything goes. I'll put everything back together and we'll give it a shot here. Let's reassemble. There we go, just like that. Simple, not hard. Okay, that goes like that. Now we need the
do this with my right hand. Okay. Start that one. Start this one. They have a lot more noise, so I'll just some. So you can have a watch on because the solar makes an awful lot of vibration. Right. Now, I've got this one here. I'm going to put it on that. Okay. I just need to replace the missing bolt. Goes there. I found one. It's not exactly the right piece of part. It'll work. It's used to be something that I've taken apart from another thing. I don't know what kind of thing it was, but it's threaded. Looks like it's stainless steel. Found a lock washer. So we'll just put it in there to, for now. It's probably not necessary, but because it wasn't there before, I took it apart. I'll put one in there just because there's supposed to be something there. Good enough. Right, how long? Okay, I'll start the plug. Now, your pressure. These are bolts where bolts are tight. This one, this one in. Wait, so that. Sit down. More. Move here. Move here. Move here. Again. It's warmed up to a balmy 43 degrees out here, so this is going to be pretty wet snow for sure. Tank's about half full from last year. We didn't really use this much. We didn't really use the snowblower much last year. Didn't have that many storms. Nothing more than maybe 8 inches, I think, at the most. All right, we've got fuel. Let's turn on the fuel. Oh, it's already on. Look at that. All right. Now we'll prime the carburetor. We have gas leaking out. That's a good sign. Turn on the choke. Pull up the throttle. See if we can start it without the electric start. Not bad. That hadn't started since probably March of this year. That was one pull. First pull this year. This season, actually. That's pretty impressive. Just fixing that primer made all the difference. Before, you could pull forever. That would not start. Even with the electric start, it would take probably a minute and a half before it would kick over. You saw it today. One pull, not even a hard pull, just like that it started up. Pretty impressive. Okay, now I got to blow the end of the driveway out, so we'll do a reset for that and I'll show that in action. So let's get everything up there. Okay, we're up at the driveway now. There's about 4 inches of heavy wet snow in the driveway, and then what the plow put at the end of the driveway makes another foot. So I'll just show some scooping out the end of the driveway. I'll get this part cleared out, and then I can back the vehicle down there and clear out the front part of the driveway, or the top part of the driveway. So here's a little bit of cleanup. First storm of the season, 2024, 2025. the idea. 4 inches of heavy wet snow, a foot of snow at the end. This snowblower didn't have any trouble. Didn't have any trouble at all. All right. Well, that's going to conclude this video. Thanks for coming along. Please like, subscribe, share if you want. If you know somebody that would benefit from this video. I have another video, remember, showing the complete maintenance that you need to do before the season starts for your snowblower. I'll link that in the credits here, so you can just click on it after you watch this video. And I just want to say I thank you very much for coming along today. This is Tom at our pastime, and I'll have more videos coming soon. Have a great day. Thanks. So long.